Hi there, and welcome to another episode of the Clear Skin Essentials, and I'm your host, Natasha St. Michael, and thank you so much for joining me. So today I want to talk about how to get rid of back acne, okay? And these suggestions I'm going to give you can also be used to clear up arm acne, like shoulder acne, and also chest acne, okay? So upper body acne, how to get rid of it. And I want to just mention before I get into all the suggestions I have is that I actually put together like a cheat sheet for you. It's kind of like a checklist of everything I'm going over today, what to do to get rid of back acne or chest acne or shoulder acne. And you can download it. So the link below, you can just press on that and download the cheat sheet or the checklist for all my suggestions. Plus included in that is a resource page too of some of products or items that I recommend specifically for back or chest or upper arm acne and breakouts. So what to do, how to get rid of breakouts on your chest, back, and shoulders. So number one, diet, okay? So diet, we all know, you gotta eat healthy. Whatever you're eating is gonna come on your skin. And the healthier you're eating, the more real foods you're eating, the better. Okay, so it's really, really important to take out junk food, processed food, fast food, sugar, all of that stuff. Just take out the junk food, start eating real, fresh, healthy, whole foods, okay, number one. And then on top of that, there's two foods you have to be very, very careful with, and I would actually recommend taking them out of your diet completely. And the two foods that I find are 100% connected to breakouts, specifically on the chest, the back, and the shoulders, is dairy products and vegetable oils. Okay, so number one, dairy products. Most acne sufferers notice that once they stop eating dairy products, their skin either improves or completely clears up. There's a definite connection between breakouts, acne, and the consumption of dairy products. And dairy products includes milk, cream, cheese, yogurt, sour cream, ice cream, anything that's made with milk. And it's really important to eliminate it completely. I can share a story of my husband that he's Indonesian, he's Asian, and his sort of like ancestral diet, they never ate dairy products or milk. And people here hardly have dairy products. And after he met me, for some reason he started like having coffee with a little bit of milk in it every day. And I would say within maybe a few weeks or maybe a month or so, he started having massive breakouts all over his back. And one day he said to me, he's like, why am my skin so bad? And I quickly thought to myself, what is it? And immediately I was like, oh, it's that milk you're putting in your coffee every day. And he's like, but I only have one coffee a day and it's like a drop of milk. It's not even that much. And I was like, no, you gotta take that out of your diet because that's what's messing up your skin. And lo and behold, I would say maybe 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, his back completely cleared up. And he was quite amazed, he was shocked because he was like, you know, he puts like maybe half a teaspoon of milk in one coffee a day and it was messing up his skin that much, okay? So I know, I've seen with him and I've seen with so many of my clients that the moment they take out dairy products, massive improvements in your skin, okay? So that's something you must do. And then vegetable oils. The thing with vegetable oils is that I've seen with a lot of people is that the moment that they either take out vegetable oils from their diet or they really keep it to the minimum where they're just using more of like the healthier oils like coconut oil or avocado oil or olive oil, like a pure olive oil, just in maybe their salad dressings or a little bit with cooking, but they're really keeping it to a minimum, they notice massive improvements or even complete clearing of chest and back acne, okay? And the reason why with the vegetable oils is that when you sweat, okay, and you're sweating the most in your upper body, okay, and whenever you sweat, you're also sweating out a little bit of like food byproducts or compounds from your food. And if you've ever noticed, like some people who eat a lot of garlic, that they smell like garlic, okay? And it's pretty much because the oils in the garlic are coming out in their sweat. And you might notice that also with spices, that certain spices you might eat, like a few hours later, you smell like the spice, and it's because it's coming out in your sweat. And the same thing is with eating a lot of oily food, is that if you eat a particularly oily dish or a lot of oily food, is that you might notice a few hours later that your skin is more oily than it normally is, okay? And that's because compounds are part of that oil is coming out in your sweat, and it's coming out on your skin. And the issue with a lot of people with their upper body is that this is where you're sweating, okay? And this is where your body gets kind of the hottest, okay? Like you notice that you have breakouts on your chest and your back and your shoulders, more so than you'd ever have on your legs, right? And you sweat more up here than down on your legs or feet. And so that's why you don't really get breakouts on your lower body compared to your upper body. And the reason why is because the sweat perhaps is getting trapped and it's clogging up your pores. And if there's a lot of oil in your diet, that could very well be irritating or clogging up your pores and causing the breakouts and acne. So do the experiment. I recommend is when it comes down to vegetable oils like canola oil or sunflower oil or corn oil, soybean oil, cottonseed oil, all that stuff should be completely eliminated from your diet. Okay, so take out all vegetable oils. And if you do need to be cooking something or making a salad dressing and you want to use an oil, then my recommendation is either to use coconut oil or an avocado oil or a pure olive oil. And they must be cold pressed, extra virgin, they must be really high quality oils and pure. Okay, and those are kind of the only oils you should be using. And even those, I would suggest really using it to the minimum. If you can get away with using a teaspoon of that oil instead of a tablespoon, it will be far better for your skin. Okay, and the one thing too that I just want to stress as well is that I'm talking about oils. I'm not talking about foods that contain healthy fats. So I'm not talking about avocados or eggs or nuts and seeds or fatty fish. All those things are fine. They're great. They have naturally occurring fats, which are very healthy for you and great for your skin. What I'm talking about is the processed oil. It's the oils that are coming from the grocery store and they're in a bottle and you're using them for your cooking. Okay, and lastly too, I just want to emphasize the importance of completely eliminating oils like hydrogenated oils or shortenings and man-made processed oils like that. Those must be eliminated as well. Okay, so diet-wise, you want to eat healthy foods, you want to eliminate dairy products, and you want to minimize or eliminate oils, okay, from your diet. But keep healthy fats in your diet from your food. But just try your best to really minimize oils that you're using with your cooking. Okay, number one, that's diet. Now on to lifestyle. Okay, lifestyle is also a huge one because, as I just mentioned, the reason why people get most breakouts sort of on their back or their chest or their shoulders is because there's a lot kind of going on compared to any other part of your body, right? You're sweating a lot in your upper body. Plus, this is the area of your body, as you can see with me right now, is that my hair is touching this area. I've got clothing that's touching this area. There's always things kind of rubbing. And it's also kind of a hotter area of the body. So you have issues that you have to really take care of with hygiene. Okay, and it's not only about taking a shower every day, which I know all of you are doing, but it's really about being very mindful with the clothing you're wearing, making sure everything's very clean, and also your hair and anything that's kind of touching your skin in this area. Okay, so number one is, I would say, anyone that's prone to breakouts on their back and their chest is also to check what kind of breakouts are they. Are they cystic breakouts, or are they kind of little bumpy breakouts? Because if they're kind of bumpy rash breakouts, that could very well be an indication that your skin is just very sensitive and it's being irritated by detergents, it's being irritated by your clothing, it could be irritated by things you're even washing your hair with or styling products that you're putting in your hair that's touching your skin. And so what I recommend is, number one is making sure that your skin is clean and that your clothing is always clean, especially clothing you're using to exercise in, anything you're wearing when you're sweating, and making sure you're using very breathable clothing, right? Everything should be cotton, or that your skin can breathe through it. And this also includes your bed linens, right? Your sheets, your pillows, and also your towels. And one thing I recommend for anyone that has breakouts on their upper body is to be using detergents that are very gentle. Okay, I would buy a detergent from your health food store that's fragrance-free, that's got the least amount of chemicals in it, because it could very well be the detergents you're using to be washing your clothing and your towels and your linens that could be irritating your skin and making those breakouts worse or even causing the breakouts. Okay, so go fragrance free, try and use sort of like those free and clear or those biodegradable detergents that really have the less amount of chemicals in them, the better. And stay away from using bleaches and stuff like that also on your clothing and your linens. Okay, really just try and go kind of chemical free if you can, to see at least for a month or two, to see if that does make a difference for your skin. Another thing too is, as I mentioned before, is your hair. Okay, there's 2 ingredients in hair products that clog your pores and especially are bad for chest acne, back acne, shoulder acne. And it could very well be mineral oils or silicones that are in your shampoo, or especially in conditioners or any kind of hair styling product like creams or mousses or styling gels, things like that. Be very careful. I would say if you can, try and like take a break from any kind of styling product that you're coating your hair with, and look on the ingredients of your shampoo and conditioner to make sure there's no mineral oils or silicones in it. Okay, and again, if you can go to the health food store and get sort of more of like a chemical-free kind of shampoo and conditioner, that can also make a difference too, because it could very well be something that you're using on your hair, and when you're washing your hair, that soap and conditioner, it's going down your body as you're washing that stuff out of your hair, and then it's coating your skin. And when you're sweating or when your hair is brushing up against your skin, it's always coating it, and it could be irritating it, and it could be blocking pores. Okay, and so also what I recommend too is, if you can, try and keep your hair back. Okay, if you're really trying to like heal that chest and back acne, keep your hair back if you have long hair. When you go to sleep, if you have long hair, I'd recommend putting your hair in a very loose bun, just so that it's not just sort of against your body all the time, but it's just pulled back very, very loosely, so it's not going to give you a headache or pull, but just so it's not touching your skin all night long. Okay, definitely something to try out. I also recommend as well with taking care of your upper body and the skin of your upper body, it's really important to exfoliate this area of your body if you're having breakouts. And since you're perhaps like in the midst of having breakouts, I only recommend exfoliating the skin maybe once or twice a week, no more than that, and allow your body to kind of get used to it. And you really want to be gentle. You don't want to be using something that like when you're using it, your skin is all like flushed and red afterwards. You really want to be very soft and gentle, but you want to just take extra care of it to kind of lift off the product buildup that could be on your skin, and also the just dead dry skin cells that are building up, and just to allow your skin to breathe a little bit better. So very important to do either use a body scrub, a very gentle one, once to twice a week, or using a dry skin brush. And I will show you what a dry skin brush looks like right now. So this is what a dry skin brush, these are 2 examples of them, okay? It's the bristle part, as you can see. This is a dry skin brush, or this one as well. And how you use a dry skin brush is that you're exfoliating your skin, or you're brushing your skin with the brush when your skin is dry. Okay, so not after exercising, not after a shower, but when your skin is really just dry. And you always want to just be kind of like stroking your skin towards your heart. Okay, so you're just brushing it. And this is very, very gentle. It's very good for the back, for the chest, for the arms, to just lift up all those dead skin cells. Your skin will be much more softer. It'll be able to breathe. Okay, and so you can use a dry skin brush once or twice a week to start with, and you can use it on your chest, your back, and your shoulders. If you do find though that your skin on your chest perhaps is a little bit more delicate than your back, then you can either reduce it down to just maybe once a week of exfoliating your chest, but do twice on the back, because the back, the skin is most resilient, you know, but a lot of times I do know some of you do have very delicate skin on your chest. And I would also say too is this is really important to be doing exfoliation if you're also using any kind of product on your skin, specifically sunscreen. Okay, so any of you that are living in hotter climates that are wearing a sunscreen, my recommendation is you must be exfoliating your skin at least once to twice a week. You do that for a while, and then as your skin gets kind of used to it, you can actually exfoliate your skin up to maybe 2 or 3 times a week. With a dry skin brush, you can actually work up to using a dry skin brush like every day of the week. But it's a slow progress. You don't want to be just like, you know, scrubbing your skin every day all of a sudden. It's really let your body kind of get used to it and adjust to it. And if you're using an actual scrub, I would only use them maybe once or twice a week. That's it, just because they could be a little bit more abrasive, and you don't want to be irritating your skin. You just really want to just help it to clear off the dead skin cells and breathe better, so you can open up those pores and nothing's building up or clogging things up. Now, when it comes down to using products on your skin, like using lotions or creams or sunscreen, I recommend taking a complete break from using any kind of cream, lotion, or oil on your upper body. Okay, it's really, a lot of times it's all that products that you're using that could also be clogging up your pores and causing congestion of the skin and making your skin break out. So if you can, totally take a break from that. And if you must wear sunscreen, really try and use a more like a sunscreen that is for sensitive skin, and something that doesn't have a lot of, like, has mineral oils in it. You want to stay away from that. Anything that has like silicones in it, like all of that. You really want to be using more, I would say, like more natural sun protection or sunscreen. One sunscreen I recommend and love is Annmarie Skin Sun Love. I am prone to breakouts from most sunscreens, and this is one that I don't get breakouts, and it's one that I use quite frequently on my chest and my shoulders and back to avoid getting burnt. So that is one that I definitely recommend. It doesn't have any kind of ingredient that could cause breakouts and acne. So definitely keep the products to a minimum. Now, if there is anything that you can use to help treat the acne, when it comes down to your chest and body, I can say that I would recommend you can try out is using a product that does contain salicylic acid. When it comes down to your face, I would not be using products that contain salicylic acid, just because I find it's very drying. But if you can find a product that contains salicylic acid that perhaps is in a body scrub or a body wash, I would use that only once or twice a week, because it is drying, but your skin on your chest and your back is a lot more resilient than your face. It's not as delicate, and so it can actually help just to get rid of dead skin cells, get rid of the bacteria, all of that. And for a lot of people, they get results from using something that has a little salicylic acid in it. One product that I would recommend that does have salicylic acid in it, and it's a face and body scrub, but I would not use this on your face. Please don't. If you use anything that has salicylic acid on it, it's just for your body, okay? Not for your face, because it's too drying. But I would use this perhaps once or twice a week, and it's called Anecdote. It's from Alba Botanica, and pretty much I would recommend using this once to twice a week for 6 to 8 weeks. And if you see that your skin is improving and is healing, I would continue using it until your skin clears up. If you don't notice any improvements, I would stop using it, okay? And if your skin completely clears up within 6 to 8 weeks or earlier, stop using it. The moment your skin is clear and great, you don't need to be using it, because as I said, it's drying, and you don't want to be using products that are going to be drying out your skin all the time. You know, for a few week treatment, it's not a big deal. It can help heal your skin, but over the long term, if you're not having any problems, you don't really need it. And I would stick instead with doing like dry skin brushing, things like that, to exfoliate your skin. So these are my suggestions for clearing up back and shoulder and chest breakouts and acne. And again, I've put together a full like cheat sheet checklist of all these recommendations I have for you, so you can just download that and like follow everything. Plus, on that cheat sheet on the second page is a few links to some of the products that I'm recommending or that you should try out that can help clear up your upper body breakouts and acne. All right, so have a fabulous day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.